through, although she always felt there was something missing in her life. So she decided to follow her dreams and passion and establish the most unique image consultancy experience in Australia today. She is a professional image and colour consultant as well as a professional personal shopper. She has an absolute passion for bringing the best out of people through their image. So in this very short presentation, Alba's going to give us new insights in how that we can bring the best out in our personal best through our image. So welcome, Alba Gomez.
Thank you. And as you all heard, well, I'm an engineer, and you might be wondering how an engineer ended up working as an image consultant. I always had this passion for colors and clothing, and even since I was 5 years old, I was already wearing my mom's clothing and makeup, and at an early stage, I was also helping people to look the best. And to me, helping people is something I love, and working as an engineer didn't give me that contact. So, and then that was my passion there. So I just decided to leave that behind and set up my business, doing what I really love and enjoy doing. And I think that projecting your best image is the best way to demonstrate to people that all the values and strong points that you have inside can be reflected and just complement that internal strength that you have. So I'm going to be talking today about how can you project your best image. It's a very short presentation, so I'll just go quickly through a few tips, and then you can ask me any questions at the end if you want. Okay, I'm going to start talking about the vital V, which is the area that is comprehended between the shoulders and your chest, as is shown in the picture. And why is this important? Because when you come in contact with people, this is the area that they're going to be looking at. So we really need to put a special attention to the clothing, to the colors, and the accessories that we wear, and that they complement our coloring and our body shape. Why do we do mistakes? So, why do we end up sometimes trying to get things right, but we look in the mirror and you feel like, well, yes, no. We have a very little knowledge about the colors that enhance our natural coloring, like our hair colors, skin color. We don't know which clothes enhance our body shape. We don't really know our body. We sometimes receive advice from the wrong people who just say, yeah, it looks great, but it doesn't really look that great. Or because sometimes we don't bother with alterations. We expect that all the clothing that we buy from the rack is going to suit us, and if it's a little bit big, we just don't really care about that. So it's really important that we take into consideration few aspects, so we really focus on what is important when it comes to image. There is a concept that is creating the illusion of perfection. There is no such thing as perfection, but there's some shapes, face shapes, and body shapes that are considered to be the perfect, like harmonious. So what we do with color and with clothing is to create that illusion. So if we are lucky enough to have all the perfect shapes, then it will be very easy for us to dress. If we don't, we just play a little bit with the clothing and the colors. So the perfect face is the oval, which is like an egg shape inverted with a slightly rounded chin. And how can we just fix if we don't have the perfect face shape? We change our hairstyle and our accessories, even the necklines and the necklace or the tie, to make the face appear oval. For women, the hourglass will be the perfect body shape, where the hips and the shoulders are very proportioned, and we have a very small waist. And for the guys, will be the trapezoidal shape, which is broad shoulders and flat stomach.
Good
But we
six
can
pack.
create the illusion. And then the balanced vertical body, where when your torso is the same length as your legs. So if we don't have all these perfect shapes, we can fix it, as I explained. So I'll go through some very important points that we can take into consideration. Focal points. If I ask you what do you see first when you look at this lady, what would that be?
Feet.
Okay, so you see that bright yellow foot. So then that's what happens with a focal point. It's an area in your body, an accessory, a color, an item that brings, that asks your eyes to look at it. So all of them will have a focal point that will make you go either down or up. The blue shoes or the yellow top. What happens with focal points is you really need to make sure you are not drawing attention to a problem area. For example, if you have a large stomach You don't want to wear a suit that is full of buttons, big buttons, because the buttons are going to be a focal point. Instead, you go and wear like a colorful necklace or a bright tie that is going to draw attention away from the problem. So as an idea, you can look in the mirror in the morning and find your focal point and think, is this what I want people to look at? And if not, then you just kind of change that focal point. Okay, how can we create that illusion? We play with the colors and the clothing, as I said before. The horizontal influence is going to make us appear, when we use horizontal lines that can be created by color, or seams, or the seams even here in this area, or shoes, even the shoes, they have this horizontal line there. So these horizontal lines are going to make us appear wider and shorter. So let's say you want to appear slimmer. Don't go for horizontal lines. And the more the contrast between the color, the more the effect. So let's say this, instead of white, was a very light blue. You won't see as much the effect of the line, so it won't be as dramatic. So here, we are creating another horizontal line between the orange and the pink. So let's say you have a problem area. You don't want, hemlines are also a horizontal line. So you don't want to leave your hemlines in the widest part of your body, because then it's going to make that line appear wider. Same with this belt here. That is going to make it appear wider. Now with vertical, of course, is the opposite. It's going to create the illusion of having a longer, slimmer body. So the more vertical lines you have in your clothing, the more slimmer and taller you're going to appear. So you create that wearing like some prints, or even with this top, or even here with the difference of color. You see, there is one area here, another here, and another here. And why is that? Because instead of seeing one solid color, we see different lines of colors, making you appear slimmer. That is why everyone thinks black is going to make you appear really slim, because you create a block, a vertical longer line that is going to make you appear longer. Now, quickly, there's lots of information here about what is important for when we look at the professional suit. I'll just quickly tell you a story about the tie. Many years ago, buttons didn't exist, so the tie was created just to fasten the clothing. And then when buttons were created, the tie just disappeared, was made redundant, and it came back as an accessory, just to give color and to the clothing. Quickly, the correct length of the tie will be, the tip of the tie should sit at the top of the buckle, and it can be a little bit longer but never shorter. Okay, this is very important, coordination. So you can always wear 2 solid colors and 1 print, or you can wear 2 prints and 1 solid color, or you can even prefer to use 3 solid colors. But please never wear 3 patterns, or that will look a little bit, unless you stay for professional. Okay, a little bit about color. You see it everywhere. Okay, a little bit about color, because as I said, you create illusion with lines and clothing, but you also can do it with color. So, color. Everyone will be divided into 2 types of coloring. The people who is going to look better in cool colors, being cool blue, purple, the green, this side of the color wheel, and people who is going to look much better in warm colors. So you really need to find which colors are going to enhance your natural skin color, hair color, and eye color. And when you wear the colors that suit you, you're going to look healthier, more energetic, vibrant, and people is going to be attracted. It's going to find you are wearing your colors. Because has it ever happened to you that you're feeling okay, great, but everyone comes at you saying, oh, are you feeling right? Are you okay? And then you're like, yes. But the color that you are wearing is making you appear a little bit tired or sick. Matching. This is a very quick tip. When you match your clothing to your skin color, that is going to enhance your skin color and it's going to look great on you. If you match your clothing, especially your tops, as I said, the most important part is the vital V. So whatever is here is most important. If you match your hair color to your top, that is going to look great. For example, Jason, if you have a quick look, he's matching his and same with the eye. If you wear a top that is the same color of your eyes, that is going to enhance the color of your eyes, and it's going to look great. Okay, the contrast level, that is something that I consider very important, especially when you are speaking, because the brain, when you are talking to someone, the brain picks up the contrast, and straight away it wakes up. So if you send the right message to people, the brain is gonna stay with you for a little bit longer. I'm gonna explain how. We have 3 levels of contrast. The first one is the low. That is where we have little or no difference between the colors. And it's very professional and sophisticated. But if you are, as a speaker, wearing these colors, you're gonna really have to work really hard to keep everyone's brain coming back to your colors. Whereas if you go for the medium contrast, which is like a light and darker color together, that is the most recommended color for interviews. It's the more professional friendly. It's the one that is a contrast level that is attractive, but not too much. And then we have the high contrast, which is called the power dressing. And that is a little bit, it's supposed to be a little bit too much. Sometimes can send the wrong message to people. But then, yeah, the medium one will be the most important to go for. Then I have some quick pictures of makeovers. So you can laugh. This one. And then just to finalize and to summarize what I said today, understanding your body, your proportions, and your best colors is going to make a huge difference to the image you project, to your daily life. When you go shopping and you find easily the clothes that are going to make you look great, and when you pick up your clothing in the morning. You can start very simple, and then you can start adding new items or new concepts. You can be current, but don't be a slave of fashion, because remember, it's more important to understand what suits you and not what is on fashion at the moment. Dress yourself, not others. If you're not feeling extremely confident with the clothing you are, then you're not going to be able to project that powerful positive image that you're trying to bring across. Alterations can make a great difference, and you need to allow time to find the clothing that is really going to suit you. Thank you very much. I hope you can use some of these tips, and if you go to your wardrobe and you can incorporate some of these ideas, you will start seeing the lines, all the coloring, how it affects. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you very much.
Before we sit down, we've got time for about 1 or 2 very quick questions. Has anyone got anything they're curious to know about? Yes?
If you're asking people for advice, how do you know who to listen to?
Sorry, what do you mean by that?
If you're asking someone for advice on style, obviously you could use an image consultant, but if you're not, how do you decide who's a good person to listen to?
An image consultant. Well, because you can sometimes when you are giving advice to a friend, what you tend to do is advise on the items that you love. So you just see that color that is great and it will look great on you, but somehow you cannot see that color looks awful in that person. And that even happens to me. I have a color that I'm attached to it, and it's really hard for me to really get to a point where I can say, okay, this is the color I like, but it doesn't look good on you. So I guess an image consultant would be the best.
Because they're independent. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know it is?
That sounds like that was planned for the audience. Okay, Asha, we better just leave it for there. So everyone just give Alba a big hand. And I'll say thank you very much, Russell. And I'm sure we've got some great tips we can all race back to the wardrobe now.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.